Good morning, everyone. We have Mike Salas and myself, Tim Rogers. We are here to talk about the rosters. I'm going to get a couple things fixed for myself real quick. I got to make sure I got everything working correctly. Hopefully, everyone can hear us. A little surprised about what made one of the names on there. I'm not about the one of the other ones. We'll talk about that. And first of all, make sure hit your knees for Alex and Kayla Vesia with
Mhm.
whatever is going on in their life. We just know that at the end of the day, we love baseball, but people are way more important, and we just pray for health and love from and comfort from God. Man, whatever's going on, like it's just and that's one of the reasons, like Mike, I didn't even reach out to talk last night. Like, no, I'm just gonna leave this one alone.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like yeah, I just didn't want to do it. Um, yeah, I was at Costco getting gas and I saw that. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
But
it's too bad, it's like I said, gotta pray for the family. Both families don't know what's going on with
mhm.
it, but, everybody can make their own assumptions on it, but, yeah, we'll see what happens with Vesia if he gets put under that, 3-day rule of family emergency, for MLB and he comes back, but, I don't know. I don't see him coming back.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, you got to do, life is more important, and yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. As soon as I got the notification, let's see. Um, Nothing from anyone else. Just I got the X up there. Nice, pretty page by the Dodgers. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Way to go. It's got a little bit of gold in it, We are the Dodgers are the defending champions, folks, and they are still the champions. And hopefully they continue for another year at least of being champions. Yeah, I don't see anything else. So I'll keep yeah. One thing I left downstairs, I left my phone. I don't go anywhere without my phone. What is up with me? Oh my gosh. I
Mm.
actually gosh, man, there's been a couple times it's like, "Wait, where's" uh, yeah, and then I feel like, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do without my phone?" Alright. No one we got people asleep still. We only got 3 out there, but we're gonna get started.
Got
Um,
Nando in there.
yep, of course, man. It's most important. Um, I don't know, just FYI, at least one of the Dodgers explicit guys is in Toronto.
Okay.
Last year they were out there for game 4 in the Bronx. Kind of wish they could have stayed one more day with out there. I never ran into them. We were texting and all that type of stuff, but yeah. So all right, here we go. Um, well, we'll go through the roster. Then there's 2 replacements. I was shocked by one of these names. So we got Anthony Bonda, pitchers: Anthony Bonda, Jack Dreyer, Tyler Glasnow, Edgardo Enriquez. That just what?
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw, as my relatives would say. Will Klein, which a lot of us are advocating for Will Klein. I think that's the right-handed thing we're talking about. Roki Sasaki, Emmett Sheehan, Blake Snell, Blake Trinan, Justin Robleski, Yoshinobu, Yamamoto. So the 2 that are off, one of course is Alex Vesia, and we know why. And we hope, whatever happens, whether he can come back or not, we just want him. Between Mike and I, we're both hardcore Christians, and we believe that there's a higher calling for all of us, and we want the Vesia family to be bathed in the
Mhm.
love of Christ. And then the other one that's off is Benny Caps.
Yep.
So I was a little surprised by that with the Edgardo thing. But hey, I guarantee, as Richie would say, Andrew Freeman and his laptop were going hot and heavy, looking at all the what they call them, heat maps and all those crazy numbers and all the analytics. So before we get to the rest of the roster, what are your thoughts on the pitchers, Mike?
I'm good with it. I'm the same with you. I'm a little surprised Henriquez is on there, and Kasperius didn't stay on. But I'm glad Will Klein is there. He is in my opinion, a better reliever than Edgardo is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Klein's can actually put the ball in spots to where it needs to. He can throw up to 100 miles an hour. Averages 98. He's got a really good pitch mix. Did really well for Oklahoma. Did really well for the team. When he got called up already. He doesn't have that many issues with his command, but he does. Just like everybody else does. All depends on how he's feeling for that day. I'm a little, Edgardo. He's so hit and miss. And so inconsistent, and he has been. His last 2 years since being on the roster. It just kind of, I'm not really scared by him, or him being able to go in there because I think he can, boast his mentality in regards to if he gets called up, he'll go in there and do his best. I have no doubt in my mind about that. It's just a matter of his command is off or not.
Yeah.
But I am really surprised about Tanner Scott though.
Me too.
That he wasn't brought on the roster. I put out an article yesterday on Tanner Scott and why I think that he would make a good addition to it and redeem himself going into the World Series. But apparently they're gonna wait till 2026.
Yeah, I thought that he would have been the Vesia replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just assume I'm going like this. I think Klein was in for Kasperius.
Yeah.
And Edgardo was in for Vesia. And I would have thought Tanner Scott would have been that guy instead. Yeah, well, it says a lot that the three of the free agent signings. Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates, and Michael Conforto are not on this roster.
No.
So it says a lot. And so they did go with 12 pitchers. They could have gone with 13.
Mm-hmm.
So they're locked into that. If let's just say that they go, oh, I need another pitcher. We'll do the fake injury to Justin Dean. You have to replace just a position player with a position player, a pitcher with a pitcher. So they're locked into 12. Let's go through the position players. Then good morning. Let's see. You got a couple good mornings for out there. Mr. John Rod, Sup 529.
That's me.
And Richie from that's you. Good morning.
I was saying good morning to John Rod.
Yep. And then Richie's out there. Richie is heading down the westbound 210. Just step on home more times than the Blue Jays per game. Godspeed to Vesia and the Dodgers. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Thank you, Richie. So let's go. The position players. That Shohei guy. I heard he's okay. Ben Rortvet and Will Smith. Richie Flores. What's it? Richie trying to get me up to the man cave. I wish, dude. I'm in such. I'm after this show, I get to go back and edit videos for Bob from Speaker's Corner. Actually, everyone should, if you really got the guts, man, you go look at Bob at Speaker's Corner, and he will challenge you. And then I get to clean the house because as I've stated, I haven't unpacked from London. A freaking mess. My wife is a true saint putting up with me because she's the opposite. She's a clean person. I'm well, it's Oscar and Felix, the odd couple. Let's see. Catchers Rortvet and Will Smith. No surprise, of course. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, and Miguel Rojas as infielders. Outfielders, Alex Call, Justin Dean, Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pajes. And our true utility guys, Tommy Edman, Kike Hernandez, and Hae-Sung Kim.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I love the Justin Dean arc, man.
Me too. Me too. I was just gonna say that I'm super happy for Justin Dean.
Oh,
You
man.
know, coming in, sticking with it, and you know, making the DSCS and now the World Series. You know, good for him.
It's really cool. Yeah. And then Pete Soto's favorite player is on the roster, Hae-Sung Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get him give me that video that he put on where he interviewed Hae-Sung. I haven't got it yet. But hopefully I get it because it's a wonderful little interview. He's such a likable guy. I've met him once, and he's very likable. And here he is in the World Series, man. This is great.
Yeah.
Alex Call goes from the last place or semi-last place Nationals, and he's in the World Series. I love stories like that.
Oh,
Ben Rortvet. That story. Holy smokes. I just can't believe that arc that he has. Now, he hasn't played in a bit because Will Smith, thank goodness, is healthy.
yeah.
So we love that. It's super important that we have a healthy Will Smith because it was able to change the lineup again, right? Instead of Teo batting third, you got Will Smith batting third. And I like that. I like it a lot.
Oh, more consistent bat too.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
batting third.
Yeah. I
You
love
know,
Teo sixth.
yeah. You know, when Will Smith comes up, you're going, okay, is he going to hit it out of the ballpark or is he going to hit it in one of the gaps?
Yeah.
When Teo comes up, you're like going, oh, we're going to get swing and miss, and he's going to be chasing the whole time, and he's going to maybe get one hit during the game. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and with Will, you see just really great at bats.
yeah,
That's the thing. I mean,
competitive.
yeah. And real quick on Richie, he said Edgardo is on the roster with a designated tomato can. Yeah, if put it this way, if we say Edgardo Rodriguez or Enriquez, sorry, Edgardo, we're probably not. We're either way behind or way ahead. But I think they would go to Kershaw before him. So I think they're gonna. I think Dave Roberts is hoping and praying for an opportunity, a good opportunity, not a let's just give one to Kershaw, even though that we're only up by one. No,
Yeah,
a real opportunity to get Clayton in the series, and I hope everyone gets a chance to play. But as long as we win, cannot
yeah,
get in the way of that.
yep. What is the number one thing? I agree. I would love to see Kershaw come in there at some point. But I don't want to come in there in a high leverage position to where we need to get an out to move in, to get the win.
Yeah,
It's going to be more of like, what a lot of people have said in the chat and on other podcasts is, we got a 8-run lead going into the ninth inning and bring them in at the seventh or eighth inning and let them pitch an inning there.
yeah, I agree. But it's exciting. I haven't seen the other team's roster yet.
Oh, it's out.
Is it out? Okay, I'm gonna go find it real
Yeah,
quick.
they have
Shed on it.
but yeah, Boba Fett's on it, and there is I can't remember who they left off.
Is our guy Brule on there? Good morning, Dodger Blue 82. Oh, that's my show right there. Huh? Ours. Where's theirs? Come on. Let's see.
Uh, Yariel Rodriguez is off the Blue Jays list.
He
Roster.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Because I think we could light him up. Maybe that's why they must have put another lefty on there then.
Yeah, I don't know who took a spot.
He has trying to see. I need, the left, right, left thing. Let me do a quick search. Blue Jays world.
Yeah, they have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 12 pitchers also.
Okay. Oh, here we go. All right.
And Bo Bichette's on there.
Let me switch this so we can see it. There we go. All right. So the pitchers. What, do they have any lefties? There's 2?
2.
Whoa. Oh, no, there's 3. Okay. So Bassett, Bieber, Sarandon.
Oh, yeah. There's 3.
Braden Fisher. Hey, that's the one. That's one of our guys. Congratulations to Braden. Mason Fluharty. That's their best lefty. Gosman, Hoffman, Lauer. Or is Matt Lauer? I would say it. Lauer. Brendan Little. Or no, Tom Brokaw would say it. Lauer. Brendan Little. He's another lefty that's had issues with command. Lauer hates the Dodgers. He's a former Padre. He admits it. He hates it, which is fine. Max Scherzer, Varlin, and Yosavage, who is the open pitcher. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, this is nothing unexpected. We've covered these guys last show. Hey, it's time to play baseball. That's what's part of this is the challenge. Good roster. Ty France, he's hardly played. Kind of interesting.
The funny thing is like I was, watching one of the podcasters, last night, and and they're saying that they want, if Toronto didn't make it, they were hoping that the Mariners would make it because it'd be a much easier win for the Dodgers, and I'm just like, how could you say that when the Mariners took your team to 7 games?
Yeah.
If they were that easy, you should have swept them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they dropped 2 guys from the other one. I'm gonna really butcher this. Joey Loperfido and Yariel Rodriguez, and they added Bichette in France. So, one thing is, even though I know they've had a break, their pitching is a little taxed. There's a little extra tax on that pitching staff. So, that's one of the things. And if the Dodgers can't get to this pitching staff, now I'm talking about starters and even on the whole, we don't deserve to win. The offense got to do what they got. Offense got to be very offensive.
I completely agree. I mean, I've I've been, a broken record on this. The offense needs to show up in every single series, and for the most part, they have. They didn't do all that great, against the Phillies, and they did just enough, to win that series, and they did a little bit better, against the Brewers, but they have the opportunity to come in here, and put more than 2 or 3 runs on the board, for this team, and and just let the pitchers take over, and just rely on them. Well, give them a little bit more cushion and a little bit more comfort, with putting about 5 or 6 runs on the board, against the Blue Jays.
Let me throw something out there. So I'm going to do a little comparison. So the Dodger offense was stymied by the Brewers pitching and the Phillies pitching. Brewers and Phillies have really good pitching. Remember in the opening series, though, the Reds pitching is much more similar to this pitching staff. And we punched them in the mouth hard on offense.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it comes in. Nando, I'm taking a quick look at our guy Little here. So his first appearance, he was good. Well, one inning, 1 hit, no runs. The next game, 0.2 innings, and it looks like he walked an intentional and gave up a run. and then came in against the Yankees again, had a walk and a strikeout in 1 inning and a hit. So it wasn't pretty, but someone bailed him out, it looks like. Seattle, he was 0.1 with a hit, and then against Seattle again, 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 walks. So he has a walking problem right now.
Mhm.
That's his thing. And he's got history, but sometimes once that thing gets in your head, things might not be so pretty.
And the pressure of the World Series also,
Absolutely.
is a lot different than the championship series that both teams just played. So who's going to have the definite mindset? I'd give that to the Dodgers with the veteran group that they have and the experience that they have is, that's going to be huge for the series.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And so Little had a nice season, but 79 games, that's a lot of games. 68 innings, 48 hits, so it limited that, but it's the walks, 45 walks, and now that's even more of a problem with 91 strikeouts. So if he can somehow come back for the Jays, it's a huge thing because the Dodger lefties, I think they're ready to feast a little bit on all these right-handers.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice not having a righty or a lefty on the starting rotation, even though they could throw a curveball and try to start Eric Lauer, which would be interesting. But I don't know. I don't know if they got the guts to do that one. I think it would be I think that's a better bet maybe than. Well, I don't know. I mean, what did he do this year? Oh, yeah, nice season. He had 15 games started at a 3.18 ERA, but the Dodgers did light him up.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome to the Terror Dome. Let's see, that's postseason. I'm trying to find when he pitched against the Dodgers. See, the Dodgers just reset with Scott next year and hope he does better. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I really believe I believe Tanner Scott's going to be fine eventually. I'm with you. I would have put him on the roster over Rigardo.
It's not the most popular opinion
I
amongst
know.
the Dodger faithful, but I actually thought Tanner Scott was going to do pretty dang good and have a redemption series playing in the World Series with the Dodgers. I actually thought he was going to be on the roster. That's why I put that article out, and because I think that he would have done pretty good, and and actually, was he going to be the Tanner Scott that struck out Shohei, all that time? But who knows? But I thought he was going to be a much better pitcher than what he had been during the regular season.
Well, it really comes down. You got to use him correctly.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a closer. He's a guy that you come in and go, hey, go get Shohei. Hey, go get this guy. Hey, go get that guy. He's one of those dudes.
Go get Guerrero.
Yeah. Well, he's a righty. I wouldn't trust him against those big righties, to be honest with you. But they got They got like 3 lefties in the lineup. And if you have a chance to get 2 out of 3 guys are lefties, I'm in. Yeah, Shohei homered off of Lauer, and Freeman homered off of Lauer, both in the first inning when they played. So his line against the Dodgers was 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, and those are lefties. Those are lefties that hit off of Lauer.
Yeah.
And so Lauer was 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks, 2 bombs. So pitch Eric Lauer, please. I don't think they will.
And if Shohei, hits the way that he was in batting practice, putting balls up into the upper deck, like he was doing the other day, it's going to be a long series for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I think what Shohei was doing, that was a little bit of a flex because as we know, he doesn't do a lot of outdoor stuff, but also it might be a little superstition because remember he never takes batting practice outside,
Mm-hmm.
and then he takes it outside and hits 3 home runs. So maybe he's going, hey, I think I'm going to go and do this again. Plus, gosh, the fans are going to love it. You
Oh
want
yeah.
it's awesome to go to a baseball game and be able to watch BP. I love it.
Oh,
And
definitely.
it's like, hey, guys are hitting rockets. This is cool. I love it. So do that. Let's see. Still no announcement. I'm gonna go to a different account so I can see that Dodger PR thing and see if there's anything else in there.
I don't know if it's an advantage, Nando. It's definitely something that, that's going to be, you know, th- there's all every team has scouts. They have, metrics on all these pitchers, Yeah, they haven't seen him, and how they're going to detect the ball coming out of his hand, where it's at, and so they can kind of see what's coming at him. But I think if the Dodgers offense is on the way that they should be, I give the guy probably about the first 1 or 2 innings, and they start getting to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Let's look at his game logs. Yeah, Savage. It's kind of a cool name, though. I gotta admit it.
Yeah,
22 years old.
his
Props to this kid, man.
his story's amazing.
Start.
Coming from the bottom, and going from
Yep.
single A, double A, triple A, and then now
Low A. He was at the equivalent of Rancho. He was
oh yeah, yeah,
low A.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
now
gosh.
and now he's the starter of the World Series,
Yeah, it's a
game
cool
one.
story. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great story.
Dodgers gonna have to go fix that, but I mean, just in the playoffs. So you can see that they're limiting his innings. Um, yeah. So first game against the Yankees went 5.1, gave up nothing. Game 2 against Seattle though went 4, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks. And then against another one against Seattle. So I think this was back in Toronto. 5.2 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. So more than likely, and let's look at his regular season. Why not? More than likely, he's not going to go too long, and
Right.
the Dodgers could make it really rough on him. And so he's really kept it low. And you could see his pitch counts. One of them went to 94, and I think tomorrow or today, sorry, they'll probably try to get as much as they can out of him. It's the World Series.
I mean, imagine a 22-year-old kid, pitching game one in the World Series, and he throws up a meatball to Ohtani, and he puts
Mm,
it up in the upper deck. What's that going to do to you know, to him mentally, for the rest of the game?
Yep.
And that's the first batter.
Yeah. Then yeah. He's facing the 3 Hall of Famers come right out of the box. And then and Will Smith might be mixed into that. And then after that, he's got Muncy to deal with and Teo. Now I got a feeling the way he pitches, he can make Teo look silly.
Yeah.
I'm batting him. Highest would be 6. I'm even looking at less than that. Yeah. So, who knows, right? They got to play the game. We're going to see it, but I think the scenarios. I like our guy better than their guy. And hey, all the same things that we're talking about. You Savage. Oh, he's an unknown and all that type of stuff. Well, guess what? Toronto's never seen Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I'll take you if you're
Yeah.
going. I mean, Yam, man, you haven't seen him before. Good luck.
Yeah.
Who is speaking with him? That's Mike Salas, Shiva. We are now partners on this the whole thingy, not just the channel, but everything else. That's Mike Salas, Dodgers After Duty. Used to be with Dodgers Beat and with Dodgers Daily. So he's coming over here, providing had the highest video, my goodness, ever that we've had on this channel that was not a short. It's like over, I think, is it hit 80 yet? It's got to be close. It's right up there, 80,000. So, man. Oh, there we go. Clint is in the house, or someone from All Dodge. I'm assuming it's Clint. Where? Oh, come on. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong thing to get it
It is
on.
Clint.
There he is.
Good morning, Clint.
Clint, what's happening? It is definitely Clint. Let's see. Yeah. Well, Gosman's good too, Nando. But they have their starters again. It's equivalent, in my opinion, to the Reds, and what the Dodgers did to the Reds wasn't pretty. To be it wasn't a good thing to be a Reds pitcher. So I do think the offense has a real chance to shine and maybe give the pitchers a little bit of breathing room.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least for Yosh, right? I mean, come on, give him something. Give him 10 runs for once.
Yeah, I mean, even Glass now, give him some runs. They
know.
need to give every pitcher, starter pitching, the run support that they need to go out there. It just builds their confidence. It gives them they're a little bit more relaxed. Not that these guys aren't relaxed already because they already, even Yoshinobu has experience, from last year. What he learned last year and how he dealt it, was thrown against the Yankees. That's valuable information for himself, and how he's been working with Blake Snell and game prep and all that is just done wonders for him. So
Yeah.
but Glasnow is going to need the support also because they haven't given him all that much support either. When he's been on the mound. So
He didn't get like his first win till like late August, early September.
yeah. So
like, wait, what?
if the offense does their part, just let the pitchers rake. Because I think they're going to have their stuff that's there. On the video that I posted, you can hear Will Smith, joking with Max Muncy on Yoshinobu's bullpen that he threw on Monday. He threw 80 pitches in his bullpen.
Yep. Now that's just the equivalent of a nice, easy start.
Yeah.
So it keeps them hot. And I'm sure Snell did the same thing and everything else. Now, the one of the things, though, of course, there's one of the pitchers that can provide their own offense. And if we see Shohei coming out of his slump, and we saw it we've seen it, small sample size, one game, which was one of the greatest games that it's there, right? That you could ever see. But if he just comes back and goes, hey, he hits because his pace is a home run every 3 games.
Right.
So hit 2 home runs, Shohei, maybe 3. Be a real threat like he's been, or like he can be, because it makes everything go smoother. It means they go, oh, I got a runner on second and third, 1 out. We're gonna walk Shohei, load the bases for this dude. He's not any good, named Mookie Betts. It's like they loading that keeps paying off over and over when they load the bases for the Dodgers, when they load the bases for Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can't assume anything. Of course.
No, nobody's assuming anything.
No, we're just talking.
The Blue Jays could sweep the Dodgers.
Yep. But I wouldn't bet. Yeah, I look at it this way. I look at the way I'm talking right now. I'm looking at if I was a betting man. That's kind of where I'm at. So this talking about Snell, he has been waiting for this for 5 years. There's no one more locked in than Blake Snell.
Completely agree. He's coming in. He's proven a point, and this is, this, as he said many times in all the press on all the pressers. This is the reason why I signed with the Dodgers, so I can come in here, and get a World Series ring.
Yep.
And he has the greatest opportunity, to do that, over the next 7 days. If it goes 7 games, if it goes 4 games, 5 games, 6 games, whatever. If the Dodgers even win.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean the Blake Snell placed a bet. That's what you do with your contract. You go, where do I want to go? I'm one of the top pitchers in baseball, and now I want to win. I want redemption. He does want redemption, man. What happened to him was, a great thing for Dodger fans, but for him, it eats him a lot. It's really eating him. That and
Mm-hmm.
I there's right now there's no pitcher I'd rather have on the mound for this World Series than Snell. You could say, what about Skubal and Skeens? No, give me Snell for this series. This is the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that for quite a while, that this is the guy I wanted, and we got him. Now it's up to him to go do what he can do. And Nando, this is exactly where we're at, dude. This is what we want. Get 8 runs in a series ender so Kershaw can close it out. Amen.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, these guys have been there. That's the thing about Snell and Glasnow. They've been there before. They've been on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Here we go. There it is. This is very, very true because he lives outside the strike zone. If the Dodgers don't chase out the strike zone, the rookie pitcher might have a very short outing. And that's the whole thing, right? For the whole series.
Well, yeah, it's because the Blue Jays are going to be doing that because that's exactly how they turned their championship series around against Seattle. Is they weren't chasing out of the strike zone and they were putting bat to ball,
Yep.
in the strike zone, and they were hitting it, and that's how they turned their season around and got into the World Series. It's gonna, the question is, the Jays, are like, the Brewers, and that they weren't chasing and they're not doing this. Well, you saw what happened to the Brewers,
Mm-hmm.
In regards to strikeouts and swing and miss, against our pitchers, especially Snell and Yamamoto and Glass now. It's like, yeah, their ball's coming out there and it looks like it's in the strike zone, and then all of a sudden it drops, off the deep end, and they're swinging and missing. So
Right. They're not really chasing. I mean, the ball looks like it's there.
mhm.
And so that's just kind of I'm seeing something weird here. Let me see. Oh, we're not going to switch to members only. Okay. We can do that someday. We'll do that sometime. Not during the World Series. But yeah, I agree. Completely agree. This is so the Seattle pitchers are very good.
Mhm.
But you did see them with Wu, who is he would be a really good Dodger pitcher on the Mariners. He's really good, and you could see the ball the way that it would go out, and they would start chasing some of that stuff. And that's what the Dodgers they had both Snell and Yamamoto. Like you said, it looks like it's going to be a strike. It looks like it's going to be there, and then it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be the key for both teams. If you lay off and take your walks, I see Muncy getting. I think he'll walk the first time off this young guy, and that'll be. Let's see.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say that Max Muncy gets 3, if not 4, home runs in this
Yep.
series.
That's my MVP. That is my MVP. So yeah, I mean he's so due, and
Mhm.
he's been in, and I don't say it jokingly. He's like an MVP type for the Dodgers. They really need him.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
but I think it's time. I
And
think
and whether I should say this or not, but I think the Dodgers just have a little bit extra motivation now. Is they're going to go out, and you know one of their brothers is not with them, and
Mhm.
is struggling and suffering, and he helped them get to this point, and he's not going to be with them. So I think that's going to be a little bit extra motivation for them. I've been in sports, I've been in a lot of team things, and I don't care, when one of your brothers is down, you pick him up, and and you prove to him that that he's part of this team, and we're doing it for you.
Exactly. And they also have another cause too, which is this is Kershaw's last series.
Yeah.
This is it. Oh my gosh. No matter what happens, it will be, it's just the end of something absolutely amazing. Lifetime Dodger, great human, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Man, just it's mind blowing that he's going to not be a baseball player for the Dodgers anymore.
You know, it'd be funny, Aaron. I
Ooh.
just I just thought of this right when you said right when he posted, Shohei Homer immediately to shut down the crowd. What would be completely hilarious if Shohei just like reached in the back pocket and threw his Toronto hat that they gave him into the dugout after he just blasted his first home run.
Oh man, let's go.
Since they're making such a big deal about it, here's your hat back.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, and this is something where, I think Shohei, there's a little something there probably now. And there's all, anyone you go, hey, you want to prove that your decision was the right decision.
Mhm.
And I let's be honest. If he was a Blue Jay, they would make money, but they would not make money like the Dodgers. And Shohei wouldn't be making as much money. Um, they had this, and so Toronto, bless their heart, they were willing to take the Shohei offer.
Mhm.
And props to the Blue Jays for they're going out and they're trying to win. And versus some of these other teams, you can sit there and whine and everything like that. I mean, but they just go, no, we're going to go and we're gonna go for it. And if they don't win this year, they're gonna come back next year and come back again because they gave what Vlad, what was it 14 years, 5 million or 500 million. And it's like they
Yeah.
went out and took care of business.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, we talked about it on previous shows there. It's like any team can do what the Dodgers are doing.
Hmm.
It's not rocket science, on this. It's just, a lot of them choose not to.
Yeah.
So it's not their fault. You know, the Dodgers are invested in their team and want to win a World Series, for the city and for their fans, and they're doing everything that they can, to put a winning team together to go into the postseason and have a chance to win a World Series almost every single year. And they're going out there and spending the money, you know.
Yep. Yeah. That's any fan would want what the Dodgers are doing.
Hmm.
Guaranteed. They want their team to do that. And who cares if that you see these things, these maps of who's rooting for the Blue Jays and who's rooting for the Dodgers, just a little dot, whatever. All I know is that you go look at the jerseys being bought, it's Dodger jerseys.
Yeah.
Shohei's at the top, Freddie's near the top, Mookie's near the top, even Clayton Kershaw is still near the top. In the top, they're all in the top. Three of them are in the top 10. Kershaw's I think it was 14th or something like that. So Dodger baseball, it's a great era for Dodger baseball, obviously. Hopefully we expand it. And hey, I want more people to be Dodger fans. There's kids growing up. I still remember when I was coaching Little League. It was right during the time when the Red Sox were really good. And there was a lot of Red Sox fans all of a sudden. All these little
Hmm.
kids were Red Sox fans. It's going to be different. They're going to be Dodger fans. You're going to see little Dodger fans all over the country because they go, well, my mom and dad, they hate the Dodgers because blah, blah, blah. But they don't understand that stuff. They just go, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu, Blake Snell, Freddie Freeman. They see him play really well.
Hmm.
And that's what they want. And they see, there's just enough flash with the Dodgers. They don't have a lot. It's not, Boston had what's his name, big boy David Ortiz and all that kind of with his personality, but the Dodgers have amazing talent. They have some personality. But they're also, if I'm a coach, I'm always going, go watch Mookie Betts play baseball. Go watch Kike Hernandez play baseball because I just think they're two of the most outstanding fundamental players
Hmm.
that are out there. And of course, Freddie. Go watch him hit. Just go watch Freddie hit. He literally knows how to hit the ball correctly because he's willing to go with the pitch. He doesn't want to strike out. Sometimes he does. And he goes, and drops his head down like some little kid sometimes. It's hilarious. But I just love watching people do things right. Or make Max Muncy. Now, again, watch him working at bat. Now, he's going to K a bit. But just to go, look, he has an approach.
Yeah, I mean, he puts pitchers to the test. When Max Muncy comes up to plate, you can almost guarantee, their pitch count has gone up, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 pitches just on his one single, at bat. And just to go off of what you're saying, I think the Dodgers organization and the players, that are on this team, that have been on this team, are probably one of the most respectful players that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
How many times, when you see a player run, slide into second base, and it looks like he hurt himself, who's the first guy that's there? Mookie Betts.
Exactly.
Is there to wait? Hey man, you okay? Everything good? They're all talking to the other players. Shohei's always tipping his hat almost at every single at bat, to the dugout. And
Yeah.
so, they're there to win, and they're there to do their job, and to do their job, quietly and effectively and efficiently. So,
yeah, when they are locked in, now they're over 162 game season. We've seen some not locked in times, but over this period, they have maximum of 7 more games left. This team is going to be locked in.
Oh, definitely.
There's just like they were last year against the Yankees, and have the other team make mistakes, but don't make mistakes. Teo, Pajes, these guys have to be locked in and ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want my guy Teoscar to give us a big homer somewhere. Aeronetic, I guarantee you, there's going to be a big Teoscar homer. It's a matter of time.
I hope so.
Let's see. We downgrade our bullpen. Yeah, it is a down. I know, but that's nothing we can do about that. Hopefully, maybe he does come back. Maybe not. We don't know. But most importantly, it's bigger than baseball. Vesey got to take care of. He's got to do whatever he needs to do at home. That is more important than this game. That's for sure. So it is what it is. Klein was a good call. Edgardo, like I said, if Vesey comes back, it'll be for Edgardo, and yeah. But they didn't use 5 bullpen guys last series.
No, but one of the bullpen guys that they did use in all the series is Vesia.
I know.
So
yeah,
I think you're going to have to hope that Anthony Bonda steps up and takes his role and goes out there and throws some clean innings, every time he comes to the plate.
Jack Dreyer, here you go, buddy.
Yeah,
you are now in the mix.
Yeah.
Edgardo's got it, and we talked about it at the beginning. Edgardo is sometimes he's awesome, and sometimes he just really blows goats. I mean, he's just so bad out there.
Well, I mean, I said it last year, and I got criticized last year, and I got criticized for it. It's Edgardo needed to spend the rest of this year in AAA and fix his command and be more consistent. That was there. I didn't think it was right for him to be on the roster. And the Dodgers are who they are, and they had trust in him, and good for him. That he was in there and he got his World Series ring last year. But it was my opinion that he shouldn't have been on the roster, and he should have just stayed in AAA the whole time.
Well, and which game was it? Was it against the Reds? I mean, he came in and was brutal.
Yeah.
So he's he's a guy that needs to step it up if he gets in there. I don't think he will, but I'm gonna pull up because he's had some wonderful games too. It's like, oh my gosh, look how good he is. And then what? Yeah, Conforto, I mean, unless an emergency happens, he's done.
I am sticking with that, Honey Oats.
Was that the 4 gamer? Yeah.
I said it, so I got to stick with it.
Well, you also said it though before we knew about before Vesia.
Yeah.
In fairness, but let's hope it doesn't come down to that.
Good morning, Gids one.
Let's see game logs real quick on Edgardo. Oh yeah, okay. In Ghent, Cincinnati. Jeez, that's right. He came in, and even though he didn't, his ERA was infinity because he didn't. Yeah, he had 1 earned run and no innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks.
Yeah.
But also remember, Sheehan did the same thing a little bit. He was just really struggling out there. Now, Edgardo, though, is a reliever now. So it's not like, oh, he's doing something different versus Sheehan going, well, I'm trying to learn how to be a reliever. I've never really done this much. But he has to, for Sheehan, I think we're going to really need him somehow to become somebody, we just need him.
They wanted him to come in and be a long reliever, which he hasn't had the chance to,
Mhm.
because you don't get that chance when, Snell's going 8 innings, 7 innings, Yamamoto's going 7, 8, 9 innings, doing a complete game, you know, Glasnow's going, 7 innings. E Even
Yeah.
Shohei's going, even though he went at what did he go, 5 2/3,
Oh, it was 6. It was 6 plus.
was it
Yeah.
6?
It was Glass now that went 5 2/3.
Yeah. And even Shohei's going 6, possibly 7 innings during this series. He doesn't have that opportunity to come in and do long relief.
Right.
To what he was doing in the beginning of the year, where he was starting to get more comfortable. They did Sheehan like they did Kasperius. Oh, we're going to put you as a reliever role, or we're going to make you a starter, and then we're going to put you over to the reliever role, and then we're going to put you back to a starter. It's like this and that, and you can't do that to a pitcher.
Well, you can some of them can handle it, but a lot of them can't. And a guy like Sheehan, I think we've seen he can't. So real quick on the game logs for Edgardo. I mean, you just kind of working backwards here. Against Seattle. I remember this now. He came in and struck out 3 dudes. Just awesome, right? The one before he went 0.2, gave up 2 hits against Arizona. Against the day before against Arizona, 0.1, he came in, gave up a hit, gave up a run. And then you start looking the day before, or September 19th against the Giants. I remember this one. 1.1 innings with 1 hit, 3 Ks, no walks. I think, the key for him is no walks. Then you see against Philadelphia, 0.2, and I remember this Philadelphia game. He wasn't very good. No, he couldn't. He only pitched 0.2 innings, had a walk, gave up a hit. So you see a little bit of you see some things that are interesting here. And he does have explosions. And in September, when it mattered, his ERA was 6.43.
Look at his stats in Oklahoma.
Let's go. We'll go career, minors, regular season.
This year.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Minors. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, look, 22 games, 2 games started. Those are probably, little short things. 4 holds, no saves, 3 blown saves. So that's 3 blown saves. 23 innings, 30 hits.
Yeah.
18 earned runs, 3 homers, and then 14 walks. Now some of that was rehab. So I'll give him some of that. But let me see his game log. That'll be interesting to see.
When he was done, look at it. The last few games, of Oklahoma's season.
Oh, they're not giving me minors here for game logs. Gosh darn it.
I mean, he wasn't really all that great. So
yeah, he's a live arm. They like the live arm, and I get it. So Edgardo, if you get a chance, buddy, first of all, don't forget people who help get you there. Second of all, just act like you're pitching against the Giants and you're ready to dominate.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash on the kid. I like him. His upside is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
You know, he has the potential to be a dominant closer for this organization. He just needs work.
Yep.
That's it.
I agree. Oh, okay. I already got is this far? Oh, okay. So I didn't have my personal account following the Dodgers PR, so but they let me in, so that's good. Yeah.
Don't be nervous, honey oats. It'll be fine.
We'll survive. We will survive.
Yeah.
I get it though, man. I talk confidently right now. I know as soon as game time starts,
You know, and exactly, you know, what they just said. You know, I hope Paz finally, you know, breaks out. Me
yeah,
too. You know,
yeah,
he's an essential bat that, you know, that needs to hit and needs to get on base or produce some runs. You know, that I hope they all show up, you know, this World Series, you know, and are all getting hits and are all competitive at the plate. That's all I'm asking for. Be competitive at the plate.
yep. Let's see. Oh. I got distracted by one of the ortho bros. Okay. Yeah, I 5 runs or you still got to I still look at in with the bullpen even weaker now. I'm like, "Ugh." Like, give me more. Give me more. Hopefully the our starting pitchers can go super deep and be just as effective as they were against Milwaukee. Oh, totally, dude. Totally. And of course we get the haunting of 2017 with Springer here. People say get over it, get over it. It's not that it's just like when you talk about it, I'm not gonna acknowledge that didn't happen, and I can't stand it when you see all these national guys talk about it over and over and over and never bring it up again. They need to at least acknowledge it periodically and go, "This happened."
Yeah.
Because it's the now I know what's his name, Mr. Hunk of Metal. Rob Manfred wants to bury it because it is one of the worst things that has ever happened in Major League Baseball. The cheating scandal that impacted your champion. Oh my gosh, that's as bad. That's right up there with the Black Sox. Let's see. Hey, Josh B. Good morning. Yep, it's very much Now, some people want to get over it. They can get over it, but it's each individual. I can't sit there and go, "Hey, Aeronetic, you need to get over this." You can't. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not. It's like telling you how to be a fan. And I'm still waiting for some of these guys actually did apologize. They went out and said something. Springer never did, and I would like him to apologize. I know him and Ross Stripling had a chat, but I think publicly and it's probably too late now. Well, it's never too late. It's never too late for redemption. Just come out and just go, "Hey, I'm sorry. I want to get Musgrove with the Padres go." He actually said, "Hey, you know what? I want to win a real ring." So that it's like, okay, you acknowledged it, so that's a guy that I go, you know what? Despite being a Padre and hating the Dodgers, I respect the guy. Springer, I just don't respect right now, and I want to, because I was a huge fan of Springer before that. Because he's overcome the stutter. Seems to do a lot of good stuff. He might even be a Christian and everything like that. But dude, you need to repent. I mean, let's just get spiritual for a minute. If you're a Christian and you're going out there and you participated in this cheating, you need to acknowledge your sin publicly. You really do, because all the people that he goes and stole from, including fans. Just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done something. I will never do it again, and I'm sorry. Move on." I would just go, "Yep, cool.
Mhm.
Let's go."
Well, I'm I'm on the page to where it's, complete opposite. I'm over that stuff.
Yeah,
I've moved on, and you know, it's hard. That team's not even together anymore, and they're scattered out, and some of them don't even play anymore. So I'm kind of over all that stuff. You know, Springer, yeah, it'd be nice if he actually, said something, but is it a deal breaker for me? No, he's a player on the opposing team. That we're there to beat, and the best way to do anything about it is beat him in 4 or 5.
yeah. No, that is always the best way, right? Yeah. But it's like I can't tell you, "Oh, Mike, you need to really care about this. You should really care about this." It's like,
Yeah.
that's where I go. Like, let people have what they want. It doesn't matter. So people, the whole thing with I don't hey, you're actually no name, Honey Oats? I did not know that.
It's a YouTube thing because mine's not coming up. Mine's coming up on my old YouTube.
See, here's Mr. Classic going, "The Astros are gone yesterday, let it go." No, you can't tell me to do that. You can't tell any fan to do that. That's what I'm talking about. That is, you're telling people how to feel. That's not right, dude. Mr. Classic, come on, man. Repent. You can have your opinion. That's fine. But don't tell other people, don't tell me to let it go. I'm not going to let you do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, you could not be over it. Uh, there's just worry. I'm not worried about anything, man. This ain't, I'm more worried about Vesia's family. That's what I'm worried about.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's stop talking about that stuff. I'm going to ignore anything else about 2017. We've said enough.
See, like all this conversation right now is like conversation of talking about the Padres right now during the World Series. No need.
Or talking about remember the guy last year that asked Andrew Friedman the question before the playoffs started? He goes, "Hey, what's up with the Roki Sasaki?" And he went, "Really?
Yeah.
What?" Yeah, that was yeah. Let's move on. We've had enough of that.
Yeah.
So not highlighting, not talking. I'm gonna ignore the rest of those chats. Let's see. So, what else is there for matchups, anything like that you concerned about right now? That's on the top of your head?
I'm not concerned about too much, in regards to this not like last year, I was concerned more last year, playing against the Yankees. I'm not trying to downgrade the Blue Jays. They're a formidable opponent, and they have a lot of good qualities to themselves. Their discipline at the plate is excellent. But that was discipline against the plate against American League pitchers. We'll see how they're going to do against the best pitching staff in baseball right now and in the World Series. If they do what they did, my hat's off to them, man. Good for them. That they're not going to be chasing and they're not going to be striking out and they're going to put the ball into play. But, we'll see. That's baseball in regards to that. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm not stressing out about the game. I'm looking forward to it. I the thing that I hope it's a competitive game. I like to see some close games and not be a complete blowout, and I think it's good for baseball. I think it's good for ratings. I think it's good for both teams, in regards to their value. It's good for Major League Baseball, that it's being seen across the world, because, you know, there's a lot of countries that are going to be represented: Canada, Japan, the United States, during this World Series, which hasn't happened in a while. So I'm just looking for a really good, series and some good gameplay, some competitive gameplay, some good pitching, and I want to see Max Muncy hit a home run. I want to see Shohei Ohtani hit a home run. I want to see Vladimir Guerrero, go out of the ballpark. It's just, yeah. I think I'm just looking for some fun and we have our World Series. It's going to be great to go back to back. But if they don't win, we had last year.
Breaking news that I just saw. So it's Jack Harris from LA Times reporting that Vesia is not being placed on the family medical emergency list, so he is out for the duration of the World Series, barring a potential injury replacement scenario. So, again, that's prayers up for the Vesia family. Yeah, it just sucks. That's just really, really bad news. To hear. I'm just seeing if there's anything else on here. Sorry about my feed. Sometimes, let's see.
Yeah, I mean it sucks for Alex Vesia and his family. It's not a good thing to to go through whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Let's see if anything else. Nope, nothing else. Yeah. So what a bummer. What just awful. And life happens, and there we go. Come on, take it off. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's see any more in the chat. I want to remove. I have to get the chat. Guerrero hit, shut down everyone else.
Come on, honey oats, it'll be fun.
Dodgers to it down. Let's see. I don't want to. Yeah. As long as we win them, I don't care. As long as we win them.
Yeah.
I would like to have at least one blowout so that Kershaw can get in there.
Oh, me too.
Blowout in a good way. No blowout in a bad way, folks.
I think this series has the potential for the Dodgers to have at least one, if not two, blowout games.
I agree. Yeah, I think looking at this, I really the two things for me, I really love our starting pitching, and I think our offense is ready to blow up in a really strong way. And yeah, if that offense comes to play,
it's over.
It's over. Yeah, it's like, and then everyone will go, the Dodgers are ruining baseball, because that is a possibility. That if the Dodgers go out and blow them out 2 or 3 games, who cares? But yeah, there's going to be some good games. There's going to be some bad games. I mean, last year we had really 4 great games and 1 blowout, and the Dodgers were on the wrong side of that blowout. And the Yankees fans go, look, we scored more runs.
Yeah.
Wow, really? That's how you're doing it, huh? Okay. You win, Yankees. Congratulations. You scored more points than the Dodgers over 5 games, despite the Dodgers winning 4 of them. It's like,
honey oats, I'll tell you this. Don't get excited tomorrow when Yamamoto's on the mound and he doesn't have a good first inning, because it happens a lot.
It does. It just limit it and get out of that inning, man.
Just don't watch the first inning and come in during the second inning, and when he's just darting, throwing darts. So
yeah, and hopefully they don't hit it to Teoscar out there when he's in that first inning. Was it? Yeah, it was Yam on the was it Yam on the mound when he dropped that ball against Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Lock in Teoscar. Just make the plays, go hard, or just don't show up. I mean, that's kind of my thing. It's like, dude, that Phillies thing was just, man, dude.
He's the one guy who I'm going to be watching.
I know.
I'm not going to say why, but I'm going to be keeping my eye on Teoscar Hernandez.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some of the same reasons. And then just Pages, just be smart. And I think Pa has been pressing a little bit out there, but he can do it. I mean, he had some home runs last year in the playoffs, played some good in the playoffs, but never played in the World Series. He gets to get his first at-bats in the World Series. Congratulations, Andy Pajes. You got this one. You just be yourself, man. Lay off the he's got to stay in that strike zone. He needs to watch. That's a guy that needs to watch Max Muncy,
Yes.
because you see him up there and when he strikes out. Oh, Tommy had an MVP. That's a good call. When he strikes out, it's usually 2 pitches out of the zone he's swung at.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. But baseball is super hard. This young kid might put him up 9 down in the first time through. They'll learn. Hopefully, they run his pitch count up as much as they can. That was part of the thing is with the Lemez dude was they got his pitch count up pretty quick and he had to come out. And these guys have never played this long into the season, into real competitive baseball. I know they had their travel ball and all that stuff, but that wasn't an everyday thing. Travel ball is a weekend you play and then you go practice and you go travel. This is a different ball game.
Well, during the presser yesterday, Max Muncy said it perfectly, during his interview. I don't know if anybody caught any of that. He's like,
I didn't.
Hey, we went to, you can go back to last year where we were, playing extra games. We didn't get a full spring training. We played against, was that the Padres series when they were
Cubs.
playing? Yeah. No, when they were playing in Korea.
Oh, those Padres in 2024, right?
Yeah. So they went to Korea, and had a shortened spring training, went all the way through 162 games, and then won the World Series. And then they had a short off season, and then they had to go to Japan,
Yeah.
and play more extra games
Mm-hmm.
and finish this series, and then go to the wild card, and play 3 extra games that's in there. He's like, we're battle proven, we've been tested, and I feel confident in our team.
There you go. That's Max Muncy never sugarcoats stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a guy that's out there speaking what he feels. Yeah, put your predictions, put your MVPs, put it all in there, even if we don't like it. The other team. Every Dodger podcast picking Dodgers 5. I got Dodgers in 5. Mike's got it in 4, so we're at 4.5.
Yeah.
Well, even I think when Clint and Jeff came on, I think one of them was 4 and one was 5. Who was your MVP? Your pick?
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman. I have Max. Snydog had Max. We were on the same page, and Clint had Mookie Betts.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, every Dodger podcast, and I get it. We again, this isn't going being as objective as we can. I picked the Dodgers to win this because I truly believe they're the better team. It's if you go, what does your heart say? My heart says Dodgers in 4 because I just believe it. But I think Dodgers in 5. It doesn't matter when they win it, just win it. But we're all picking it because I think if you go, hey, you have $1,000, you have a choice. You can bet on the Jays or the Dodgers. Forget odds and all that stuff. Who are you betting for? Easy. That's an easy thing because you don't go when you go and look at things, you go, well, because we've already talked about 100 million things that can go bad or could go better than ever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you just look at it, go, who is the better team? It's the Dodgers. They should win this World Series. If they don't, it's an upset. And this is no knock on that on the Blue Jays. They're a very good baseball team.
Tonight's game is going to dictate on how the rest of the series goes.
Well,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Blake Snell comes out and he is shoving like he's done in all the postseason, I don't know.
Yeah, let's say even if they take an L tonight, but he has a great game, and it's just the offense doesn't show or something like that. because it's the new guy or something like that. And Craig Osterberg is in the house.
Hey, Craig.
And, it just then that, but it's still half the plan's working.
Mhm.
But then but you better get the next one though. That's the thing. They got to take one of two.
Oh, always. We've been saying that's, because
Every
they've been on the road the whole time. They have to take one
Yeah.
game in Toronto.
I'm just looking here.
Dodgers in 6.
Yep. World Series nerves for either team. I think it's individuals that have it.
Yeah. I'm not, I'm not nervous about the World Series. I think it's going to be I'm hoping it's going to be a good competitive series.
I just want to win. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Yeah. But that's where we're at. We have a team that should be favored, a team that should win, but hopefully,
And they are favored.
yeah,
High.
they should be. Yeah. So folks, it's not arrogance. It's very trying to be as objective as possible. Like last year, I wasn't as confident. I didn't, I thought the Yankees were a better matchup with Rodon and Cole. And they had a good bullpen and everything like that. But the Dodgers played better fundamental baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Their Dodgers manager was better than the Yankees manager. I think almost every manager is better than the Yankees manager. I don't get it. I just don't get Boone. I don't get that whole thing. He's got the pick. He's got the double secret things in there.
I think Seattle would kind of like have something to say about that right now.
Oh yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. But that's the thing. Dave Roberts makes mistakes. Well, and he does things for different purposes sometimes. It's not just because he's trying to win that ball game. He's trying to win in October. So he will do things during the season that we don't like. And he did, I had to stop overreacting to things or reacting too quickly because then Kershaw went another inning because they didn't have Tanner Scott. And so yeah, okay. Sorry. So I'm just like not worth the clicks. I don't like having to apologize for for overreacting. That's a mistake. So yeah, and there was another one too. I don't remember what it was. Or taking out Glasnow. He had cramps or something like that. It's just like, okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till after Doc because someone and that's the media's job is to ask those questions. If we were there, we would ask those questions.
Yeah.
Instead of just overreacting. So, like, it better would be they took out Glasnow at 83 pitches. Wonder why? Versus, this is stupid. You should never do this. Fire Dave Roberts, right, Nando? Nando has had to keep the fire Dave Roberts things for the whole year because I get him a Dave Roberts baseball. So, all right, cool.
Oh, here.
What you got?
Here you go, Nando. I got something for you.
The Dave Roberts bobblehead? Yeah, this is Roberts. Dave Roberts has learned so much. So much. Oh, Noah's in the house. Hey, Noah. Just wake up, man. Yeah, Dave Roberts. We've said it before. Dave Roberts last year in the playoffs, masterclass in managing. Just was so impressive how he bounced back and kept learning. And so, and I at first, again, I'm kind of rehashing things, but it goes back to me, the 2020 World Series. Kenley Jansen blows Game 4. Chaos happened. Not all Kenley's fault, but he learned and goes, That's not my closer for the next 2 games. And he went with Blake Trinan to close out Game 5, Julio Urias Game 6. Dodgers world champions in the weirdest baseball season we will ever see.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I think it was just he loves the clubhouse. He thinks the Toronto is a better team. I'm okay. I mean, he only played for them for like 10, 11 years. Let's take a look. I'll see if there's anything worth talking about. If he missed it, if he said anything else in there. I'm just gonna go with this one right here. Let's see if this let me get it on the right screen. Okay, Noah's got something for me too. We'll go here first.
Played for the Dodgers and in that clubhouse. I know how tight they are, guys. Generally.
So focus here. Not once I say the Dodgers are a bad team. I love the Dodgers. They are the gold standard for MLB franchise. They have great players. They get great players, and they want to win every year. I just think the Blue Jays are a better team, my opinion. Yeah. There's more here. Let's follow some of that. Happy in the back. Yeah. Best players versus best team. He just thinks that they're, yeah. And he's not in this clubhouse. And I would contend that when he was with the Dodgers, that clubhouse might not have been as good. 2023, 2020, 2022. I would say he says that, okay, let me get it on the right thing here. Put it on the page. Let's see. What does he say? I played for the Dodgers. I've been in that clubhouse. I know how tight they are. Guys genuinely care for each other. I believe the Blue Jays are the better team when it comes to team baseball. Just my opinion. So that's okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an opinion. So it's like, it's fine. He just thinks that the Blue Jays play a better brand of baseball, I think. And I've heard that, hey, the Padres, oh my gosh, they're telling each other what happened the previous, to the previous batter, as the next guy comes up. Like the Dodgers been doing that for years. Dodgers clubhouse is fine. Maybe he just thinks they're better. He hasn't been in either clubhouse in a couple years. So, but Kevin Pillar he has an opinion, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. I mean, I just think this team's, whatever I've seen in the way they reacted last year to being in, having to get through the Padres and everything. I was just super impressed.
Well, it's talked about, when the postseason, we talked about it right before the postseason even started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This team is different than last year, and this team is completely different than the regular season.
Yes. Yep. And they play a different brand of baseball in the regular season too. So
Blue Jays are a great team. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're not here by accident.
Yeah, for sure. This is my favorite. Fire Mattingly. I'm all in on that. Yeah, it was a different team. I mean, it was pre-Shohei, pre-Miggy. Well, probably Miggy was on the team when he was there, but Miggy's really taken over that clubhouse in a lot of ways. And he's really, I think we agree, he's awesome in terms of team leader and future manager and all those good things. So, yep, Kevin Pillar's got an opinion. That's okay. He's a Blue Jays guy, and let him. He can have his opinion. It's good for the clickbait too. That's for sure. He got a lot of clicks out of it.
Oh yeah,
just for his opinion. Like, okay, I love hearing old ball players that are retired. I like hearing their opinion. I like hearing even when they kind of go to grumpy old man stage, like and go, why are these guys striking out so much? All those types of things. The Rick Monday types. I really respect them. They played there. They've been there, done that. So I'm good with that. Have an opinion. What did Jim Rome used to say? Have an opinion and don't suck. I mean, that's kind of it. I'm in. Let's see. Let's see. This is a good. I'm still not over last year. Now we're going back. Right on. That's Serena. It's FedEx. All right. Okay. We are what time?
Game 1.
9:35. Game time was at 5:08.
Yep.
So every game is 5:08 PST, no matter if it's in LA or in Toronto. And we got today and tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Hopefully we don't go back to Toronto. I want to get some wins.
Yep.
And be good. But cool, man.
Want to win it at home.
Absolutely.
Win it at home.
I'm just the only question is how much am I willing to pay to be at a clinch game this year? I don't know, man. They're so high.
Yeah.
Worst case, I go up and just don't buy a ticket and I just hang out.
I'm not paying that money for that.
So. Yeah, I'll look for a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, cool. We will. I don't know what our schedule's going to be. If we do, because if we do a game post game or a pregame tomorrow or whatever, we'll Mike and I kind of play it by feel a little bit.
Yep.
It's always good to kind of have a green field where everyone else isn't out there sometimes. But yeah, we're good to go. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I hide the chat. What do I do? I'm just trying to get the chat back. Oh, there it is. Chat's
right,
back.
Noah. I want to get a clinch at home. I want to win the World Series at home.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yep. Padres series was rough. I agree. Dodger fans have been so cocky on social media. It's getting me nervous. It's confidence. It's an earned confidence. I respect the team now.
Yeah.
So let's see. Nick Castellanos. Yeah, that's right. He did. I get it because Iglesias last year was awesome for the Mets. And it's kind of like when I say Max Muncy is the MVP, it's just because they're just when they're there. Well, when they're not there, you really notice it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're there, you go, "Oh, I get it now." Yeah. So those things like that. I actually understand that what he's saying. Clinch more World Series at Yankee Stadium than Dodger Stadium. Yeah, I know. There it is, right there. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. So let's get some of Dodger Stadium. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to try to go back here. Shoot. In all the World Series that I've watched, that I've personally watched, yeah, none of them have been at Dodger Stadium where they've clinched.
Mm-mm.
And twice, 2 of those were at Yankee Stadium, 81 and last year. I don't know about 63. I just don't recall. I'm guessing. Well, I think that what's his name? I think 75. So 65 and 63 when they won would have been in American League Parks. I remember that because 75 is when Boston Red Sox hit that home run over the Green Monster in Game 6, which means the Red Sox had home field advantage because they used to alternate. So 65, 63, 59, which they beat the White Sox pretty quick, and they might have clinched in 63 because they swept the Yankees. So they would have clinched at home. I think 59. I thought that went 6, so that would have been in Chicago. And 55 went 7 against the Yankees. So yeah, they have at least 3 clinches in Yankee Stadium, and none, maybe 1 Dodger Stadium. I gotta look that up now.
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, we need that. As much as we need a freaking repeat, we need to clinch at Dodger Stadium.
Heck yeah.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. Just
That'd be great.
Yeah. Now I'm okay. Now I'm a little the price of ticket in my head. I allowed a little more room because it doesn't happen much. All right, cool. Anything else?
I'm good.
Noah's setting us off there. Cool, man. All right. As always, folks, we do appreciate you very much, and we will see you soon. We can guarantee that.
Yes.
So, as always, God bless.
And go Dodgers.